Let's talk about Nigeria's most lethal striker that ever graced the face of the earth. Rashidi Yekini was a Nigerian professional footballer who was widely regarded as one of the greatest African strikers of all time. He was born on October 23, 1963 in Kaduna, Nigeria, and died on May 4, 2012. Yekini had a prolific career as a footballer and is best known for his time with the Nigerian national team. He was Nigeria's all-time leading goal scorer with 37 goals in 58 appearances for the Super Eagles. Yekini's most memorable moment came during the 1994 FIFA World Cup when he scored Nigeria's first ever goal in the tournament history. Rashidi Yekini was well into his 31st year when Nigeria arrived at the 1994 World Cup, but his career was at its zenith. He was the reigning African Footballer of the Year and had been top scorer and player of the tournament when Nigeria won the African Cup of Nations just 2 months earlier, and with 8 in 7 games, he had scored nearly half his nation's total tally of goals in qualifying for their first ever World Cup. He had also been the top goal scorer in Portugal that season, the first Vitória Setúbal player to win the Bola de Prata for half a century, and his personal life was just as successful with his marriage set for later that summer. In Nigeria's first match against Bulgaria on 21st of June 1994, Yekini shone, scoring once and creating another in a 3-0 win. After sweeping in a low cross from the future Ipswich Town winger Finidi George, his momentum carried him into the goal, where he stayed to celebrate. His arms pushed through the net, lost in the moment. It became one of the most memorable images of the tournament. Rashidi Yekini was a man of himself, a man who knew what he wanted and what he wanted to do for his country. He was always ready to risk everything for the team and the country. Rashidi Yekini had forced his way from an apprenticeship as a mechanic in Kaduna to the pinnacle of the professional game, a tall broad force of nature and spirit. He was a legend. At the time, the entire Nigerian team relied on him to get goals. He was nicknamed the Godfather because they knew he would always get goals. It was a known fact that he didn't hog the limelight off the pitch, but on the pitch, he was an absolute reliable player for Nigeria. After the Bulgarian game, Clemens Westerhoff, the then Nigerian Dutch coach, was asked of his opinion about Yekini's excellent performance. With a bold face, he said, "We have not yet seen the real Rashidi Yekini. It is coming." Sadly, for that summer, it never did. He did not score again. Tunde Olise, another teammate, noted that he had some beef with some of his teammates who were madly sickly mentally jealous of his success, which had already brought him a £100,000 a month contract at Olympiacos. But in every sense, Rashidi Yekini's honeymoon did not last. The move to Greece ended in acrimony, with the player swiftly falling out with the coaches and teammates before being dropped for good in October. And the marriage did not even last that long, with the couple returning from honeymoon separately. Seeking to raise his profile and attract a new club, he played a friendly for Nigeria against England at Wembley that November and sustained a knee injury that kept him out of the game for 6 months. After a year and just 4 months in Greece, he moved to Sporting Gijon, where he scored just 3 times, 2/3 of them in a single memorable victory over Fabio Capello's Real Madrid. Rashidi Yekini then moved to Setúbal, where he was similarly unsuccessful before a brief return to form at FC Zurich saw him return to the national side for the 1998 World Cup, where he appeared only fleetingly. Afterwards, at age 39, he drifted back to Nigeria. At the time, he was one of the highest profile Nigerian players to return to the local leagues. When he came back, it was huge for the league. Crowds turned up everywhere he played. He is still the benchmark for any Nigerian striker. Anyone coming through is compared to him, not just in terms of goals scored, but also his attributes. Since his departure, Nigeria have had good strikers since, but not in his class. Sadly, when he retired from football, he withdrew totally from everyone. One would feel that just like his mates, he would have actually taken on administrative roles or marketing roles as usual. He did totally the opposite. He became totally withdrawn. He didn't grant interviews, he didn't speak to anyone. He wanted nothing to do just with football or society at large, even with his family. Because of the profile he had, he could have been anything he wanted. If he wanted to manage any club, he would just have to choose one and the red carpet would be rolled out to welcome him. It is a mystery what happened to him. He withdrew completely from the society. Rashidi Yekini then lived in and owned a large gated development in Oluyole, Ibadan. One by one, he evicted his tenant until he was left alone. Much of his money was given away or lent to his few friends. he continued to train alone at the nearby Awolowo Stadium, but when offered a chance to return to the game in 2010, when the Nigerian FA approached him over an ambassadorial deal, he refused and noted that money is never my first consideration. He once said, "It is a great joy being back home, so thinking about money is nothing. I value happiness more than money. Money can't buy you peace of mind." In time, the state of Yekini's mental, physical and financial health became a topic of national debate. Then in April 2012, he was taken from his house and transported to a remote hospital. Neighbors reported seeing the player bound and blooded as he was forcibly removed from his home. Some described it as a kidnap, others as an intervention by those most concerned about his well-being. It is an event still surrounded in mystery, but what is certain is that within 2 weeks, Yekini was declared dead. Rashidi Yekini remains definitely one of the best African players and legends to ever walk the face of the earth, Olise wrote on his blog. Rashidi was full of pace, had a superb shot, could jump very high, was calm in front of goal and was a very lovable person once you got to know him and understand him. 2024 makes it the 30th year since the moment Yekini marked his own and his nation's arrival at the World Cup with a fine goal and an unforgettable celebration. His blossoming way have been brief, but it was certainly brilliant. His exceptional soccer skills have remained a point of reference for many soccer stars across the globe. This is the happy and sad story of the rise and fall of one of Africa's most dreaded striker of all time, Rashidi Yekini. Guys, do well to drop your honest comments in the comment section. If you experienced or watched him in one way or the other, kindly drop your experience. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video. Thank you.